And what a show it was. What shows they were, I guess you could say. Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. I am Hitman Cos. Welcome one and all to your official review for WrestleMania. Now, first things first, we'd like to apologize for taking so long. Once again, life got in the way, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, but anyways, of course, as always, I'm not alone in this endeavor. Please welcome, as always, the co-host, the humble man, Gary. Gary, welcome to the Contracts.
Yo, what's good, my man called Peyton.
And shit, man, ready to get into this?
This shit like Brutus.
Alright. Now, first off, before we get down to the action, a bit of congratulations it has to be given out to Bianca Belair, who announced that she is pregnant.
Yes, sir.
Now, as happy as I am for her, I'm still frustrated because now this means she's going to be away even longer than she already was, and I'm already suffering through withdrawals for being away so long.
Yeah.
But still, cheers to her. And then also, that all the jokes against Montez Ford are now gone because you saw the clip of him at a house show, right?
Yes, sir.
Where he was struggling to get his jacket off.
Yeah.
Yeah. He shedded all that weight off.
Yep, he did.
And now him and Angelo Dawkins even made the joke that they are now the Skeet Profits, aka the No Pullout Crew.
Right.
Just because, if you remember earlier in the year, Angelo Dawkins also revealed that his wife is pregnant again. So yeah. Cheers to them and cheers to the Street Profits.
Sir.
Anyways, on to the first match of night one. We have the Usos and LA Knight versus The Vision. I definitely gotta give credit where credit is due. I Show Speed, once again another YouTuber giving wrestling a shot, and he wasn't too shabby. Now, don't get me wrong, he wasn't Logan Paul level, but even still, he still held his own.
Sure.
I mean, that is until the end where LA Knight hit the BFT on Austin Theory for the win.
Yes, sir.
But then Logan Paul wanted to be a sore loser, and he started attacking I Show Speed and tried to blame him for the loss.
Yep, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. But then the Usos and LA Knight stuck up for I Show Speed, and then they even took it a step further and stuck at the Logan Paul by allowing Speed to hit a pretty good looking frog splash on the Logan Paul through the announce table.
Oh, fucking yeah.
And then they capped everything off by having I Show Speed run it back with the Usos.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and one more thing. I gotta say this again. And that's, what was the point of giving the Usos that new theme? If y'all were just gonna change it back, if y'all were gonna change it back next week.
Exactly.
And that theme was awesome, man. But, looking back, I do understand why y'all changed it back, because yeeting is a popular, it's one of the biggest things with the Usos, the biggest thing that makes them so popular,
Definitely.
And as good as that song is, you can't yeet to it.
Right, exactly.
But they've recently done something, I don't know if you've heard, but they remixed Jey Uso's theme.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Where if you listen closely, instead of saying "it's just me, Us," It's saying, it's just us, Usos.
Yes, sir.
So now, it's like, main event ish, but it's now for both of them. So now, Jimmy doesn't feel some type of way that they're coming out to just Jay's theme.
Right.
I mean, assuming that if he was feeling some type of way.
Exactly.
By the way, I like how they completely dropped the storyline of who attacked Jey Uso prior to Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they completely ran over and ignored that, but as if it never happened, and everyone stopped talking about it.
Exactly.
Anyways, moving on, we have Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. Let me tell you something. Honestly, this match definitely lived up to every bit of hype. And to think, Drew even had the nerve to fucking tweet with his brother once again. Now, I didn't check what the tweet said, but I'm willing to bet that it said "still bored at work" or some shit like that.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. Then, in the end, it actually cost him because in the end, Jacob Fatu hit his double jump moonsault through a table for the win.
Right, and that's crazy.
Yeah. Now, honestly, of course, he still blames Drew for attacking him and whatnot. But, when it comes to that, there's something that I've always noticed is that, number one, Drew has always denied it. And two, he hasn't gone after anybody else trying to question if they had anything to do with it.
Right, exactly.
Anyways, yeah.
That match was good too, hell yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on, we have the Irresistible Forces. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. Brie Bella, and at first we thought Nikki Bella, but unbeknown to me, because I didn't know, Nikki Bella actually got injured. And unfortunately, she couldn't get healthy in time. And she was replaced by Paige.
Yeah.
I can't lie, this was very, very surprising. I honestly thought that that either one, it was going to be a much longer time for Paige ever came back, or two, she would never come back.
Definitely.
But it is what it is, And then also, I got to give a big shout out to the Irresistible Forces, because if you saw, their attires were a shout out to Demolition.
Oh, yeah.
Who, by the way, were inducted in the Hall of Fame. So cheers to Demolition.
Right.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when it comes to this Fatal 4-Way match, I think they listened to our previous episode. Because if you remember what I said, what's his face? If you remember, I said that I wanted, for this Fatal 4-Way match, I wanted I said I wanted one member of each team to be in the match at the same time for it to be a real Fatal 4-Way.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I think they listened to it. I think they heard me.
Hell fucking yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, what happened?
That was a good match also.
Yeah. I was feeling it. And in the end, Nikki Bella, who actually came in with a crutch because of her injury, actually pops Charlotte with her crutch, and this distracted Alexa, who was on top turnbuckle, ready to hit Twisted Bliss, and it distracted her long enough where she still tried it, but unfortunately Paige got her knees up, and then that allowed Paige to hit the Rampage, and like that, Brie Bella and Paige are your new women's tag team champions. Now, I will say this. Congrats to them. I am very disappointed that, they're just a force who lost their titles. But at least they were not pinned. So they're still made to look strong.
Right.
Because they were not involved in the decision. But come on, man. You know as well as I do that it's only a matter of time before Brie turns on Paige, so Nikki can get the title.
Right.
All right. Moving on. Yeah. What you want to say?
I feel correct about that. Like, that whole match is good.
Yeah. Now, moving on to this disgusting, disgraceful, worthless, horrendous, no good, terrible, very bad match. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. The only thing I'm saying about this match is Wonder Years. If I had the chance, I would have went up on stage and beat the brakes out of all of y'all with a baseball bat. Because what y'all did there had to be one of the most disgraceful live performances I've ever seen in wrestling history. The reason why I say that is because when it comes to every single live performance that I've seen of a band performing a theme for a wrestler, the Wonder Years were the only people to do this, and I'm disgusted by them. Want to know what they did?
They
What?
What? Again, I'm sorry.
Take a wild guess what they were doing.
They're doing what?
No. Take a guess. What do you think they were doing that pissed me off?
The group was performing?
Yeah, they were performing Becky's theme. What do you think?
Becky's theme.
Yeah,
They were taking on?
Nope. They were lip syncing.
Oh, yeah, that too. That is correct. Like, yeah, what the hell?
But yo, it gets worse. Not only was this motherfucker lip syncing, the band, they weren't even playing for real.
So, they're good.
Because and what I find most disgusting and egregious is how blatantly obvious he made it that he was lip syncing. I don't even think he even tried to hide it. But he did something so ignorant that exposed it. And what he did was that he was lip syncing "The Man Has Come Around" when it's in Becky's voice.
Exactly.
And before anybody gets on their high horse and be like, "Oh, other artists lip sync," no, the fuck they didn't. And I'm gonna give and before you even give me any examples, I'm gonna give you examples of dudes who you thought were lip syncing but weren't. First off, let's go back to WrestleMania 30 with Rev Theory when they perform voices. Yes, in the background you could hear the studio version of his theme playing. But you want to know what else you can hear? You can also hear Rich Lucy actually singing the damn song himself.
Exactly.
And you know what? We'll even go even more recent. Give you another example. Motionless in White when they performed "Demon in Your Dreams." Yes, in the background you still heard the studio version of it. But you want to know what else you also hear? You also heard him on the mic singing that theme himself. He wasn't lip syncing either. You heard his voice. And better yet, let's go to another genre. Let's go to rap. Let's go to WrestleMania in Tampa. when Wale performed Feel the Power. Now, in the background, you still heard the beat play and everything, and you heard the studio version of him, but you want to know what you heard? You heard Wale rapping the theme himself live.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go even further back. Let's go back to WrestleMania X8. Freaking what's his face? Drowning Pool performed the game, their version of the game for Triple H.
Right.
And here's something very special. You didn't hear the studio version. It was all them. All instruments, all drums, all guitar, and all voice. And you know what? Let's go even better than that. Both WrestleMania 21 and WrestleMania X7. Motorhead, rest in peace to Lemmy. Both times were performing the game. And there was no backing audio. It was them, their instruments, and Lemmy's voice. That's it. So Wonder Years, y'all motherfuckers ought to be ashamed of yourself. WWE, do not ever let these motherfuckers ever perform Becky's theme. No. Let me put that in air quotes. Perform her theme live ever again, unless they're actually gonna use their voice. And don't give me the whole, they're trying to protect their lungs. Shut the fuck up. That's the biggest load of bullshit I ever heard in my fucking life. It's fucking Steven Tyler of Aerosmith fucking tore the shit out of his lungs, night in and night out. And Aerosmith has been beloved and is still beloved for decades and decades. So don't come in with that. Wonder Years, and this is coming from a lazy nigga. Y'all some lazy motherfuckers. Don't ever perform no bullshit like that ever again.
Exactly.
God, I'm sorry to go on that rant, but that shit just pissed me off.
Oh man.
And this will be my last time speaking on. Like, yo, lip syncing is one thing, but the whole band freaking trying to act like they were playing live when they weren't. Absolutely disgusting. And there were 4 motherfuckers on guitar, and y'all were trying to act like y'all playing something.
Crazy.
Anyways, moving on. Fuck the match. We had Gunther versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
This match was pretty good.
It was.
Can't complain, you know. Gunther did his dog thizzle. I will admit, it's gonna sound funny, but I was disappointed that Tacky didn't live up to his name. Cause you know, I figured since it was WrestleMania, Tacky was gonna be, you know, in his element. You know, he was gonna be extra tacky.
Right.
But nah, he still had style, but he wasn't tacky. So you know, Seth did his thing.
Exactly.
Now there was some pretty good spots. You know, Gunther hit powerbomb on the apron, but then Rollins, you know, he eventually was able to get out, shake the cobwebs, and he actually had a pedigree on the announce table. And honestly, I'm surprised the announce table didn't break because of it. And then he hit a curb stomp on the announce table.
Yeah, for real.
But then the best part, oh my god, and I didn't see this coming. This nigga Braun Breaker came in, speared the shit out of Seth. Oh my god. Now first off, I'm glad Braun is here. I'm glad he's okay after what happened, because a hernia is no joke.
Word.
And then, of course, the spear did its job. And Seth Rollins got set up for the sleeper hold, and he passed out.
Yeah.
However, Braun Breaker wasn't quite done yet. No. From the top of the stage, he broke out into a sprint from the top of the stage all the way to the ring. And, well, all the way to ringside, but still. And speared Rollins again. Now, don't get me wrong, he missed a little, but the impact was there. The feeling was there,
Right. Definitely.
Moving on, we have Stephanie McMahon versus Liv Morgan for the women's world title.
That was a good match. And
Wait. Now, before we get into that, I want your opinion. What's your opinion on? Well, did you see Liv's music video?
I did.
Well, now, what do you think of the video?
I think it's good.
Now, what do you think of the song?
It was okay.
Now,
It's more than okay. It's more than okay.
Now, for me, the most I'll say is that that the song is better than her previous theme, because the thing was, before she switched to this song, the theme she was using was I hate to use this example but they were doing with her theme what they were doing with Jericho's theme. Only thing is, with Jericho's theme, it was actually good.
Right.
And they kept remixing the theme over and over again, just with different sounds and shit.
Right.
But this, it's a lot better.
Right.
Anyways,
That's great.
on to the match. We had a bit of copyright infringement in which Stephanie McMahon actually hit Oblivion on Liv. And then, of course, there's a bit of shenanigans outside where Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez came and distracted the ref and did whatever. But speaking of Roxanne, Roxanne, I want to be your man. Yo, my dude, she fucking stole the show.
Who, Roxanne?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Cause Roxanne, you got some nerve being out here with all this ass, double cheeked up on a Saturday night. But anyways, yeah. So Roxanne distracted the ref, which allowed Raquel to attack Stephanie, or at least try to. And then eventually Stephanie actually hit a springboard dive onto both Raquel and Roxanne. But this left her wide open, as then Liv then threw Stephanie into the steel steps, hit the Oblivion, and Liv Morgan is the new Women's World Champion. And that's now another piece of gold with the Judgment Day.
That's right, baby. Yep.
Now moving on, we have the main event of night one: Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE title.
Oh my God.
Now, once again, keep in mind, Randy Orton's a heel, but Randy Orton has reached that status that, in my opinion, truly shows how much of a legend you are. Where despite being a heel, the crowd was cheering for him and they were singing voices.
Right.
Then, when it came to to announce the wrestlers, Pat McAfee fucking took the mic from Alicia Taylor. That was cold-blooded.
Right.
But
Right.
The sentiment was there.
Yeah.
Then after the announcements were done, Pat then popped Cody upside the head with the mic, but he didn't get off that easy because Cody eventually fought back and hit him with Crossroads. Then Jelly Roll pulled up and hit a diving leg drop onto Pat McAfee through the announce table. And then Pat got stretchered off, but he flipped off the crowd while he was being stretchered out.
Right.
Then,
Right.
then things got a little crazy, where Cody threw Randy Orton into the ring post, and Orton got busted open. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I need to reiterate for me: I do not condone blading. I do not like blading, but it helped for the aesthetic of the match. But that shit got crazy after that, because then we had some more copyright infringement in which Randy Orton hit the Crossroads, and then Cody hit the RKO.
Right.
Then Orton hit the RKO.
Right.
Then and then this was even crazier, where Cody poked Orton in the eye,
Right.
and then this caused Orton to actually RKO the ref.
Right.
And then what happened was that once the ref was knocked out, Randy Orton tried to take Cody to Dick Kick City, only for Cody to do it to him.
Right.
And then this had to be one of the dopest counters into an RKO that I've seen since what he did with Seth, where Cody attempted to go for his Super Cody Cutter, only to get hit with the RKO.
Yeah, that was really fucking good.
Then Pat McAfee came down in a neck brace and a ref shirt.
Right.
But it was only a 2 count. Then Randy Orton RKO'd Pat.
Yeah.
But then something happened I didn't like, which was then Cody hit the Crossroads and retained the title.
Right.
I mean,
I honestly speaking, sorry to cut you. That fucking match was really good, but the wrong person won. I wanted my boy Randy Orton to win, but they fucking made Cody retain. Fuck.
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree. I wanted Orton to win.
Same here.
But Cody might have won, but he didn't get off that easy.
I fucking know, and I hope not. My boy over the rematch, my boy Randy Orton wins.
And the reason why he didn't get off that easy is because while Cody was celebrating, Orton took the title from him and popped him side the head with it. But
Yeah.
Randy wasn't done there,
Yeah.
because he did something that he's been teasing for years, many years.
Right.
But he finally did it here, in which he punted Cody.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, this was the first punt that Randy Orton has ever successfully done in many years. Because
Yeah.
the punt itself has been banned. Well, at least was banned. The reason being is because I think it caused concussions.
Oh wow.
But yo, if y'all saw Raw or SmackDown or both, yo, Cody had, oh my God, did you see the shiner on Cody? Did you?
The China, yup.
Yo, that shit was gnarly. My God.
It's eye, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I saw Raw, a little bit of it. I gotta finish watching, but I did see his fucking eye. My God.
That shit was gnarly.
Word. For real.
But that's it. But that's it for night one. On to night two. Well, to start things off, we had Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar.
Go hell, fucking yeah. Let's talk about that shit.
Actually, hold up. But before we get to that, actually, no. There's something I want to say about the entire night, but we're gonna get to that when we get to it, if I can remember. But anyways, Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. You know, this match, you know, it was pretty dope. It did its job, but in the end, Oba Femi won. And yo, I was so surprised to see him hit the fall from grace on Brock. This was crazy.
Hell yeah.
But that wasn't the craziest part. The craziest part was that was Brock's last match.
For real, it was.
Because after the match, he took off his boots, took off his gloves. That's it. Beast out.
Yeah, man. He was done. He retired, man. My boy Oba beat him.
And Oba showed him respect, because if you saw when the camera was on him when he was walking up the ramp, he did the signal of "I tip my hat to you."
Yeah.
And from the bottom of my heart, I would like to say, Brock Lesnar, thank you. I followed you for your entire wrestling career. You have been absolutely great. I've loved so much of your work. There's some parts of your work that I wish lasted longer, like the Brock party. But all in all, I enjoyed your entire career. So thank you, Brock. And I hope your retirement is fulfilling. You enjoy life and do everything that you want to do. Thank you. Anything you'd like to say?
I have to say that match was very good. My boy Oba Femi, my boy Brock Lesnar's ass, and thank you, my boy Brock Lesnar. It was unexpected. No one knew that, because people thought rumor had it SummerSlam when he was going to be retiring. So that's his hometown. But he retired WrestleMania. Even Triple H said himself that he had no idea that he was going to be retiring.
Now, personally, I feel it was a better move to have Oba retire him than Gunther. Just because I feel it would have made more sense, you know?
Right.
Because, don't get me wrong, I like Gunther. But it just feels more... It just feels like it would make more sense for a monster to retire a monster.
Right. Exactly.
Anyways, moving on. We have the 6-man IC title ladder match. Rey Mysterio, Penta, Rusev, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Javon Evans, and Rusev.
That match was fire.
Now, first off, if you didn't notice, Penta came down to the ring rocking some Shao Kahn inspired gear. I thought that shit was pretty dope.
Right now, yeah, it was. That match was fucking dope, man.
But let's not forget the best part of the entrances. I hope you know what I mean.
Hell yeah, the entrance was good.
No. You know the best entrance.
Oh, the best one would be, which one's that?
Come on, you know which one it was.
It's bouncy.
Nigga, who's that jumping out the sky?
Oh, hell yeah, Rays. Oh, hell motherfucking yeah.
Hey, come on, man.
Hell yeah, Ray's motherfucking intro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And then seeing behind the scenes of how it was, it makes more sense as to why he doesn't do it anymore, because to be squatting like that for all that time before being launched into the air, that fucking tears the shit out of your knees eventually.
Yeah. Good.
So I'll give it to Ray for doing it all those years that he was doing it.
Yeah.
Anyways, on to the match itself. It was pretty dope. First off, I couldn't help but notice that all three of the masked wrestlers, Penta, Ray, and Dragon Lee, were all wearing red.
Back.
I wonder if there was any reasoning behind that.
For real.
Oh, and also, I don't like how JD McDonough and Rusev didn't have their entrances televised.
Oh yeah, word. For real.
That was
I don't understand what that happened with that neither.
that was foul.
It was.
But anyways, on to the action. Ray hits a 619 to Dragon Lee while he was inside of a ladder. That was dope.
Yeah.
Then this was pretty awesome. Penta launched Ray into the air, and then Ray hits the West Coast pop onto Rusev through a ladder.
Yeah.
And Ray hit the 619 to Penta. Man, this was dope. Ray, he attempted to do a senton, however, Dragon Lee caught him and it hit the Styles Clash. Shout out to AJ Styles. Because from what I heard on commentary is that now AJ Styles has given his blessing to Dragon Lee to use Styles Clash.
Exactly.
Which is understandable because, he was the last tag partner that he had that he won tag team gold with. So, it checks out.
That's right. Exactly.
Then Penta hit the Mexican Destroyer on the JD McDonough on the propped up ladder. That was wild. And then on the top turnbuckle, this man Javon Evans hit the OG cutter onto Rusev while he was almost at the top of the ladder.
Right.
But in the end, Penta hit the Mexican Destroyer to Javon Evans and then was able to con the ladder and retain the title.
Right.
Now, again, this was a absolute great match, absolute banger.
Oh yeah, it was.
But of course, my bias ass still wanted JD McDonough to win because I wanted an all Judgment Day WrestleMania. But that's just me.
All right. Okay.
Anyways, moving on. Actually, no. What do you think of the match? Go ahead.
That match is really fucking great, yo. Really fucking great.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. I was pretty hyped about this match. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the United States title. And I will die on this hill because I truly think this happened. That during this match we had a double turn.
Right.
Where Sami Zayn turned heel and Trick Williams turned face.
Yes, sir.
Now, before we get down to the match, let's talk about the entrance. Where first off, one Trick Williams was accompanied ringside by that man Lil Yachty. What's the game, yo?
Right.
I was absolutely hyped. And I couldn't help but notice that along with Trick Williams' long ass coat that he always has, he had a train behind him like how a bride does.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not mad about that, you know, because he you know, at this point, he was just flexing his aura. But there was one thing I noticed was that he looked back at the train, and for a second, I thought something went wrong as to why he was looking back. But turns out the reason why he looked back is because a fan grabbed hold of the train.
Right.
That's why he looked back.
Right.
But in any case, on to the match itself. Sami Zayn, I thought he was wrong for this, where he actually attacked Lil Yachty for no reason. Like Yachty didn't do anything to him. He didn't distract him, didn't make fun of him, nothing. But he still felt the need to attack him.
Right.
But Yachty got his get back when the ref wasn't looking. He hung him on the top rope, which then allowed Trick to hit the trick kick. Then something similar to what happened at NXT Spring Break-In happened, where both Sammy and Trick were going for their finishers. But where Sammy tried to go for the haluva kick, but he was just a step too slow, and Trick hit the trick shot, and Trick Williams is the new United States champion. And congrats to that boy Trick Willie.
Hell yeah.
But you know, I find it crazy. He's been on the main roster less time than Melo has, but yet he's already had a WrestleMania moment before him.
Right, sis. Right.
And I'm not taking anything away from Trick, because he earned it. But even still, it's crazy.
And I got exactly it. Really is.
But again, I'm dying on this hill that he, you know, went on his honeymoon. That Melo went on his honeymoon with Kalani. And then also, when it comes to the title win, Trick actually celebrated with his parents, who was in attendance. So shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Whoop That.
Word. The Whoop That Trick.
Now moving on, we had Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio, in which it was now a street fight.
Word.
Now, needless to say, both Dominic and Finn had special entrances. Of course, Finn because he was the demon, but Dominic, his special entrance was pretty awesome, where he was on a throne as the king of the luchadors, as he is, and you know he was wearing a mask, and then he had a bunch of masked luchadors, you know, marching, you know, to the ring with him. Very awesome.
Hell yeah.
And then he was actually wearing a mask himself.
Hell yeah.
Now, I'm gonna need y'all pay attention a little bit, because I'm about to go over. Because Dominic Mysterio, being the guy he is, constantly pays tribute to past wrestlers, just because, like I said, you know, despite all the nepo baby crap that haters want to throw at him, he was built and bred for this business, and he has a passion for this business. Now, to go over, his entire period was paying tribute to multiple wrestlers. First off, of course, the skeleton, obviously for his top, was a tribute to La Parka, or LA Park, take your pick.
Right.
His tights was a tribute to Eddie Guerrero, because He had, you know, Eddie's design on the side, and then he had the name on the back in the same letter styling that Eddie had. But instead of saying Latino, it said, you know, what it said.
Right.
And then also with his boots, he was paying tribute to Perro Aguayo.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Dom, he always shows love to those that paved the way for him. Don't be fooled by his on-screen character. He's got nothing but love and respect for those who paved the way for him.
Exactly.
And I have nothing but the utmost respect for Dom for doing that.
Good word, for real.
Now, let's get the obvious out the way. Everybody knew that Finn was winning this match because he was the Demon. But damn if Dominic didn't put up a hell of a fight. Now, of course, we had a crazy moment where Dom hit the 619 and the frog slash, but Finn kicked out at 1.
Right.
Then later on in the match, Finn attempted to hit a shotgun dropkick on Dom, but Dom countered with a super kick.
Right.
And then Dom then threw Finn through a table that he had set up in the corner.
Exactly.
Then this part was pretty dope, where Dom put Finn's head in a chair. Then he hit the 619, hit the frog splash, but again a kick out. But then Finn returned the favor, putting Dom's head in the chair, then hit the shotgun dropkick, and then hit the coup de grace through a table for the win.
Right.
So, you know, of course, you know, Finn, you know, he's back to being Finn, face Finn.
Right.
But again, big shout out to Dom for holding his own. But, you know, it's what it is.
Exactly.
Moving on, we had Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. And, you know, I really don't like how, like, they'll have how they'll make it so obvious that well, 9 times out of 10, they'll make it so obvious that the challenge, that the champion is losing their title by having them come out first. I mean, it doesn't always happen, but I don't like it when it does. The champion should always come out last. I don't care how popular the challenger is. Anyways, first off, Jade had a crazy ass entrance. I loved it. You know,
yeah.
And she looked like a goddess.
Yeah.
And then Rhea's entrance was pretty dope too.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
Now on with the match. First off, Jade pulled out a new move I did not see coming, where she took a page out of Kenny Omega's playbook, and she hit the one-winged angel. But thanks to Michael Cole, we found out that she calls it the sandstorm.
Right.
So there was that. Man, of course, Meechin and B-Fab did pull up, but it really didn't work much. But this ending sequence was pretty dope, because Rhea attempted to go for the Riptide, but then Jade countered with a pump kick or bicycle kick, take your pick. Then Jade attempted to go for Jaden, but then Rhea countered with the Riptide, and like that, Rhea Ripley is the new women's champion. Now look here. I got no problem with Rhea as champion, but I have to admit, I was a little upset that Jade lost, because I wanted her reign to continue. I really did. Fuck all the haters. I was enjoying Jade's reign, and the addition of Meechin and B-Fab, in my opinion, was making it even more sweeter.
Definitely.
But nonetheless, congrats to Rhea. I will give it to her. Not to mention, there was also something that Rhea did that some people don't know, is that Rhea is now the first to win all 4 versions of the women's title, in which she has won both the SmackDown and Raw women's title, and also she's won the women's world title and the women's title.
Right, exactly. Oh, fucking yeah.
So cheers to Rhea on that one.
Oh, motherfucking yeah.
Now on to the main event. Some weird jackass who claims to be as good as he thinks he is versus CM Punk.
Stop your bullshit. Acknowledging the tribal chief, my tribal chief. Stop your bullshit.
Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Now, I will say something happened as far as the entrances go that I did like, in which Roman actually switched back to head of the table.
Hell yeah.
Now, I will say this: I Am Greatness. It's not that bad, but it just doesn't hit the way head of the table hits.
Right.
And then with Punk, I like the little video package that he had going on. And then I swear it was such a tease when he came out to no music.
It was very good.
And then finally his music hit after he said it's clobbering time.
Hell yeah, word. Entrance was good too.
But I will say this. Because of how long it was taking before the music hit, I thought this Fire Burns was gonna play. But you know, it is.
It was gonna play too.
But you know, it is what it is.
Right.
Anyways, on to the match. There was a crazy moment where CM Punk got stuck in the tree of woe. And during then, Roman popped Punk with the steel steps, which busted him open. And once again, I do not condone blading. I want to put that. I need to once again keep that going. I do not condone blading.
Right.
Then Roman hit a powerbomb through the announce table. Then Roman ran for the spear. However, Punk hit the GTS. Then CM Punk later tried another GTS, but then Roman countered it into a spear.
Fucking yeah.
But after the kick out, Roman got pissed and started brutalizing CM Punk.
Hell fucking yeah.
And then he started mocking him.
Hell yeah.
Then afterwards, he tried to hit the GTS, committed copyright infringement, but Punk countered with a kick, and then Punk commits copyright infringement of his own, hitting Roman with the Superman punch. And then this was crazy, where he took an Ula Fala from a fan and put it around his neck. And then Punk was mocking Roman, and then he tried to hit him with a spear, only for Roman to counter and catch him into a guillotine. However, Punk then countered the guillotine by locking Roman into the Anaconda Vice. But then Roman countered his counter by putting him back into the guillotine. But then Punk shifted his weight into a pinning predicament.
Right.
Then Punk headbutted Roman. And then while the ref wasn't looking, Punk actually low-blowed Roman. And hit the GTS, but it wasn't enough. Then he hit the elbow drop through the announce table. Pretty dope. Then Punk hit the GTS. Then Roman bounced off the ropes and then fell back onto Punk's shoulders. And Punk, at first, he was gonna hit another GTS, but he ran out of gas. And And then because of that, it left him open, and Roman hit the spear, and he is unfortunately the new world heavyweight champion. To put it to put it simply, Punk, had Punk connected with that GTS, it would have been over. But like I said, he ran out of gas.
Right.
Like Punk put his heart and his soul into that match. But I hate to admit it, but I guess his age caught up with him. But we all know Punk's gonna be back.
My boy Roman Reigns.
But Punk is gonna be back. He's gonna take that title back eventually.
My boy Roman Reigns. You know how I feel about that match. I was happy. It was way better than night one, especially the main event. My boy Roman Reigns won. Acknowledge him. Acknowledge our tribal chief. Acknowledge my tribal chief, my boy Roman Reigns.
Nah, that's your tribal chief. Mine will always be Solo Sikoa.
That's this shit. I love Roman. I love Solo. My boy Roman Reigns, tribal chief, my motherfucker.
Now, since we're done with it, now there's something that I wanted to say about WrestleMania as a whole that I noticed from both night one and night two, and it's that I don't know why they were doing this. Well, I mean, I caught on eventually, but they were really rushing through all the matches until the main event.
They were
like the first matches, like over Femi, like I understand, like that was short and sweet, and it was perfect, you know. But then for both night one and night two, they kept doing it for so many matches that so many of them just did not. They felt too quick. Like Stephanie McMahon versus Liv Morgan. I felt that match was way too quick.
Oh yeah, it kind of was.
Like, don't get me wrong. I was happy Liv won, but like the match was way too quick.
Yeah,
yo, don't get me wrong. I know that they were trying to get as much time as possible for the main events, but still, you know, at least let you know the other matches have a good amount of time to work with, because you got some very talented wrestlers in those matches, you know, and Lord knows they can go a long time, or at least a decent amount of time. Let them have, you know, a good 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes to do their thing.
Right.
Like this, and don't get me wrong, I know they're working on a clock, not a calendar, but at the same time, you know, they didn't have to rush through all the matches.
Exactly.
Like maybe two, or like maybe two or even three of the matches, maybe, but all the matches were just so rushed. Like where's the fire? Like slow it down. The fans are gonna enjoy it. Let them enjoy it.
Exactly.
Oh, and also, I don't care what anybody says. Night one of WrestleMania was dope. Don't get me wrong. Night two was better.
It was.
But night one was dope. I don't care what anybody says.
The night one was dope too.
Like, don't get me wrong. I wanted Randy Orton to win, but at the same time, night one was dope. But
right now, I got you. You say you wanted Randy Orton, right?
Yeah.
Me too. I wanted Randy Orton to win a lot. Oh, next pay-per-view gets that belt. Belt.
But again, the punt helped take away help get rid of the sour taste in my mouth.
Right.
But again, like, next time for WrestleMania, don't be rushing through these matches, man. There's no like, don't get me wrong. I know you want to put as much time and energy into the main events as possible, but at the same time, don't be rushing through the other matches, man. Come on. There's no like, come on. No, especially not with the dudes who know how to go for a long match and keep it entertaining, man. It's a little messed up.
It is.
But all in all, this WrestleMania was pretty dope. Not the best, not the worst, but I still enjoyed it.
Me too.
So, with that being said, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Contracts. And I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and chill with your boys. I definitely want to thank the Humble Man, as always, for coming through, kicking his wrestling knowledge.
Yep. You already know my man Cost Payton. You already know we'll be coming right back at y'all with the predictions and the results on WWE Backlash, and that's going to be in 2 weeks, May 9th.
Yes, sir. So, if y'all enjoyed wait a minute, hold on, did you say May 9th?
Yep, that's the next pay-per-view, Backlash.
But, in any case, if y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, Struggle Vision Productions is the Hitman and the Humble Man. And if you see us coming, run.